To start from my high school career, as a sophomore, I moved to the Philadelphia area and started school at Germantown Academy, where I was able to play on really high-level teams. And honestly, that was the best thing that ever happened in my life. Coming down to Philadelphia, being a part of that basketball culture, and it was something that I completely fell in love with. My experience at Germantown Academy was incredible. And then when I had the opportunity to stay in Philadelphia and play at LaSalle University for a great coach in John Giannini and Ashley Howard is the main assistant coach who was recruiting me, got a chance to stay home, somewhere where I felt comfortable, play in the Big Five, which is something that I thought was an unbelievable opportunity to be able to compete in the Big Five and be at home and play at a school where it's just got a very comfortable feel to it. Not too big, not too small, but very homey, in my opinion. And coming to LaSalle, have the opportunity to play in the Big Five, as I said, and play in the Atlantic 10 with a really good team, really good talented team, that was something that really attracted me, along with my relationship with Ashley Howard. I think those were the main things that brought me here. So Ashley was really always around. He was really close with my AAU coaches in Philadelphia, Lonnie Lowry and Kyle Sample. And so he was a coach that was always around. I saw him at every single one of our games. A guy who became close with everybody on our team, just because he was constantly there, constantly developing those relationships. And the opportunity to play at LaSalle didn't come until later. The initial relationship wasn't built from him wanting me to come to LaSalle. It was built from him being a really good person, him being incredibly real and genuine in his relationships. And so my relationship with Ash started even before LaSalle University began recruiting me. And so that was something that stuck with me. Then once I had the opportunity to come here and Coach Giannini decided to offer me a scholarship, Ash was already somebody who I felt comfortable with, felt like we had a relationship, and so I decided to come here and play for those guys. Coaching was something that I always thought about doing, even when I was in high school, even when I was entering college, something that I always talked about doing. Both of my parents played college basketball at the Division I level. My mom was a ESPN color commentator for women's college basketball for 17 years. So growing up, coaching and talking about basketball, and that was something that I had the experience of dealing with on a daily basis. So basketball and coaching in general, talking about the game, analyzing the game was something that I had grown up with. My college career didn't exactly go how I had hoped because of a bunch of different injuries that I went through. And so when I had the opportunity to graduate from Siena and enter into my career, I wanted to test out coaching and see where that could go. I had the opportunity to start my career at the Hoop Group, which is, in my opinion, the best place you can start out if you want to be a college coach. It helps you develop relationships with everybody who you need relationships with to be a high-level assistant coach in this business. And then from the Hoop Group, I had the opportunity to coach under Brett Reed at Lehigh University for 3 years. Unbelievable opportunity, unbelievable experience. He really knows his basketball strategy and X's and O's. Then I had the opportunity to go work under Andy Toole, who's another really high-level young head coach in college basketball. Unbelievable with player development, unbelievable recruiter. And so kind of piecing all those experiences together and then having the opportunity to come back to LaSalle and work under Ash, who I've had a relationship with for basically half my life now. I feel like I'm in a really good position to be able to help this program. And I'm also incredibly excited to be able to help Ash in his first ever head coaching job. I think we have an unbelievable coaching staff. And I think the way that Ash wanted to build it and the way it's developed is that we have incredibly real and genuine people in our program, on our staff. And so our kids get the opportunity to deal with and to work with really good people on a daily basis, people who genuinely want to help them get better and improve every day. And that's what we need to turn LaSalle University basketball into. At the very start, it has to be a relationship type of program where our players have unbelievable relationships with our coaches have unbelievable relationships with recruits, and it's somewhere where recruits and high-level talented kids and good people want to come to LaSalle because of the relationship they've built with the coaching staff and because they know that we have their best interests at heart. And so I think that's how we initially build this thing, creating those relationships, developing those relationships, helping our kids in the program develop, being with our current team, helping them understand that we care about them, and we are working day and night to try to help them get to where they want to go in their basketball career. And I think all that stuff carries over. Then we have recruits on campus, and our players are able to tell them their experiences, and kids are going to want to be a part of that. At LaSalle, we don't have the greatest facilities in the world. We don't have all the resources that some other high major programs might have, but we don't need those. We don't need those initially. All that stuff helps, but initially what we need to do is be really good people, be there for our guys, be there for our recruits, and get this program moving in the right direction.